I'm not tired. You're tired.
Wake up, you asshole.
I'm up.
This one's your video.
It is my video, and you know what? That means I get to talk, and you can't tell me to stop.
I can tell you to shut up all I want.
Shh.
Stay on.
It's my turn.
Welcome to NerdChat. Oh, I stole
That's
it.
my part.
I stole it.
You monster. Anyways, we are continuing with Dark Knight's Metal. Hello and welcome to NerdChat. It sounds weird to not start that way. I can't. We are continuing the Dark Knight's Metal event. So we are covering the Drowned, which is technically the Aquaman, evil Batman. So the interesting thing about this universe, we covered it in the last video. We talked about it, but this world is gender flopped. So everyone that's typically a male is female, and vice versa. So instead of having Bruce Wayne, we have Bryce Wayne, and it doesn't say what the AquaWoman's actual name is, but just know that when we see AquaWoman, it's not Mira, it's whoever Arthur is in that universe.
Arthena.
But this starts with a narration from the Drowned, and she's talking about losing Sylvester, which I think is a hilarious name for Catman, because Sylvester is the cat from Looney Tunes.
Oh my God.
That's all I think about every time I hear that name. But anyways, let's carry on. So, Sylvester, it doesn't exactly explain yet what happened to Sylvester, but he died in something, and it caused Batwoman to become a little bit more ruthless. So anyway, the Drowned, not a fan of the light, which that seems to be a theme with all the Dark Knights. They're not big on light for some reason. So after she emerges from the water, she spews water from her mouth onto Amnesty Bay. And she continues to bitch about light. How it's destroying the world, and it's a lie, and it's in my way, and I don't like the light because I like the shadows because I'm bat something. Anyway, and she keeps bitching about Dead Sylvester because that's what she does. That's her MO. But she talks about her decayed and dying world, which is the theme of what's the deal with all the Dark Knight worlds where they're just not meant to last. So that's where she tells the audience that her name is Bryce Wayne, and she's taking Amnesty Bay as her own Gotham as payment for the world that she lost. Now, she actually didn't even. I don't think there was an Amnesty Bay in her world because she never had heard of it. It's small, but it's not important. But it was. She mentioned at some point they call this place Amnesty Bay. It's well, the other worlds have one. Did you not? But anyway, that's when Aquaman and Mira show up to try to stop her. And the battle is pretty one-sided. So what happens, one, Bryce is stronger, faster, and has way more control over the water than than either of them. And that's Mira's thing, is the aquakinesis. But why can't Mira control it is the interesting thing. It's because it's not real water. Now, it is water, but it's Bryce's water that she spewed out. Mira has no control over it. So, we flash
That's
to...
That's gross.
Yeah, it's fucking... She's not a looker.
No, she's not.
She was before.
Now the real question is Wonder Man hot in this universe?
Never seen
And
him.
is Superwoman also hot?
Now, just wait. Because I'll tell you why we don't see any of them.
Well, I assume they're all dead.
Well, you can assume everything you want. Anyway, we flash to Earth in -11. So, it turns out Sylvester, or Catman, was killed by Metas. It's not super clear what happened to him. It just says that he was taken by rogue Metas. So Bryce became sort of like a meta hunter as well. And Bryce's own narration is that she went out and hunted down every rogue Metas. Now the way I'm taking that is that she just killed all the Metas.
I assumed they were dead.
Yeah, so Wonder Man, Superwoman, they just never show up.
girl Shazam, or would she just be Shazam?
I mean, the Flash would still just be Flash, probably. But,
I have questions about this world. Go on.
You're not going to get your answers.
I know. The Dark Multiverse sucks balls. But there is a main time world where the genders are flopped.
There is.
Anyway, go on.
I mean, it's too easy of a what if to not have.
Yeah, I know.
Marvel has it too. But what happens is the Atlanteans invade the surface, and they were able to do so easily because Batwoman kind of killed all the other metas. So there was a...
Sounds like a garbage Flashpoint.
It looks very Flashpoint.
But without the cool shit of the Flash.
Yeah.
Go on.
So, like, there's no other meta. So because of that, there was never a Justice League or anything like that on this Earth. So there was no assembled force to try to take down try to take down the Atlanteans, except for Batwoman. And Batwoman was sufficient. Because she straight up killed AquaWoman with her own trident, and thinking, okay, well, I did that. The Atlantean forces got to retreat now, right? No. They kind of kept coming. Like, oh, you killed our queen. Well, now we got to get revenge. Go figure. So Bryce, knowing that, like, she doesn't breathe underwater, should do something about that. She's going to fight an army of underwater people. So what she did is she set up, like, this auto-surgical procedure from, like, what she's learned about the Atlanteans and everything like that, to modify her body to be something Atlantean. It's like this weird hybrid. So she, like, puts herself on a table, and the thing, like, does it all for her, but she has the ability to breathe underwater. She gets accelerated healing, enhanced strength, and all, the good things that you need, but the ability to control water.
Ah, yes. Deus Ex Comica.
How do you fight an army?
You need an army. Unless you're Superman.
Well, she's not Superman. So what does she do? She builds an army. So it's like this, like, zombie force called Dead Water. And it looks like she can convert, like, anyone that, like, she beats into more dead water for her army. And they're all just complete under control of her. They're like mindless beasts. So she beats the Atlanteans, and as a claim to her victory, she lights a bat signal in the sky. And she, like I said, she has a thing about light. She throws a real fit about it for whatever reason.
So is Dawnbreaker.
Yeah. Well, like, that made sense for him, because he's, like, Green Lantern's light. So that was...
The Dark Multiverse is a bunch of emo fart hands.
That is understatement of the century. But then the Batman Who Laughs shows up to tell her about the collapse of her world. This is starting to probably sound a little repetitive.
Everything sucks.
About the collapse of her world, and claimed that it was the light, the main universe where the light comes from, that was to blame for the collapse of their worlds. And so she joins the Dark Knights. And it's the first one where you can't make the joke about, like, you'll have a lot in common with them, like first names, because they don't have the same first names this time.
Close enough.
But then, boom, back to zero. So Aquaman and AquaWoman, not doing so well in the fight. And the Drowned grabs Mira, or Bryce. The Drowned is a bad name.
It's Batman the Drowned. What I don't like is that it's not Batwoman the Drowned. It's Batman the Drowned.
Is it?
Yes.
I don't know if that's entirely true. Because I think it's still Batwoman the Drowned. They don't want to give it away right away, I know, but let's go take a look.
Well, when I finally read the first two issues...
Oh yeah, it is Batman the Drowned.
It is totally Batman the Drowned.
Well, that's
right
stupid.
There.
It's just clearly got the boobs and things in there. Anyway.
Josh, boobs are not...
Well, I mean, like, that is clearly a feminine figure.
That is a very feminine figure, but you don't know that she doesn't identify as a man?
Well, she goes on about being a woman several times.
Well, then I got nothing.
I I'm not getting into this. I'm not getting into a political debate over a fictional Batman.
I know, I'm just giving you shit.
You're a monster.
No, what if they change it after this to be Batwoman the Drowned?
And good on them. So that's going to be a weird reprint, and I don't think they're going to sell it again.
No, retcons can kiss my ass. Anyway, continue.
Alright, well, we're about to wrap up. So, the Drowned grabs Mira, seemingly zombifies her while Arthur is dragged back by dead water. And Mira then goes and attacks Aquaman, is now like one of these like dead water zombie things. And once again, fate intervenes.
Fate has intervened.
And that's when Dr. Fate like opens her portal like, dude, you fucked up, son. Alright. Takes him out.
I love Dr. Fate. I want to go watch Young Justice again now.
That is a great Dr. Fate. So to celebrate her victory, Drowned now. So like, Amity Bay is underwater, by the way.
I used to too.
But she lights her bat signal up in the sky from the lighthouse.
Oh, pardon me.
On top of an underwater lighthouse now, which is weird. So she lights her signal.
That has no purpose. That's stupid.
She lights her signal to the sky or the water sky, sky water.
No, that's stupid too.
She lights her signal up to be like, "Hey, I won. I'm better than Aquaman, apparently." And Mira's down under my control, which she turns into like a shark or something later. It gets weird.
I feel like the heroes need some help.
I'm gonna tell you, because you've not been allowed to look into the future of the story.
Nope.
There is no possible way that you can guess what turns the tide of this war.
Oh, really?
There is no possible way that you can guess it. I want you to take a guess right now.
Well, the first thing that came to my mind was the fact that when they summoned...
what you need to do is take the box that you were thinking inside of and burn it to the ground, and then take a guess. I need an outlandish theory.
Okay. Swamp Thing fuses with the Anti-Monitor, and they become the first Grey Lantern battery.
Not a horrible idea. And honestly, some of those characters have to do with what happens
Oh
in the
my
end.
god. Well, I know they've got the Anti-Monitor's fucking tower.
Mm-hmm.
But no, my thing was like, I'm like, I know Grail is around, and I know she's going to be really pissed when she finds out that Baby Darkseid is missing.
She never comes into play.
That's stupid.
That gets wrapped up in a different storyline with Wonder Woman.
Grail is too big of a powerhouse to just sit this out.
Who really wants to deal with Darkseid anyways?
Not the Dark Knights.
They can take him. They got Barbados on their side.
Okay.
Trust me, there's no one in Earth Zero's universe that stands a chance against them.
Well, maybe that's where Doomsday Clock comes in.
That takes place years later, or months later.
Is it later or is it before?
Doomsday Clock is later. Dark Knights is over. This ended at the time of this recording. Yeah.
Oh.
That ended last month.
Well, shit.
At the time of this.
Well, then hurry up.
I'm working on it. There's a lot of them.
You suck.
Well, we're only doing one a week. These take forever.
Well, I want to read it.
Well, you can read up to this.
Move your ass.
I'm moving it. All right. Well, that's all we got for today. So next is actually, I think, the Wonder Woman version of Batman, whichever one that one is.
That one I actually do know.
Yeah.
Well, not the whole thing, but I know parts of it.
Yeah. I know I did talk to you that one.
Well, that was the one I was most interested in.
Yeah, that one is neat. But yeah, we're gonna close this out. So if you like this, there are other videos on the screen. You can click them and watch those videos.
They tend to have Josh's stupid face as a thumbnail.
Not all of them. The recommended one probably will, because most of the videos on the channel have my face on them.
It's just simple math.
Yeah. I mean, you can do some nerd rants, man.
I probably will end up doing some nerd rants.
Why don't you do one on the Age of Ultron movie?
Oh my god. No.
Why not?
Because I'm trying to like that movie, Josh.
Sometimes you just gotta get it out in the air.
And I hate it. I hate it so much. Alright, fine.
Alright. Well,
I'll do one. But,
okay.
yeah. So next Monday we have the Batman the Merciless?
I think that's that one.
Or is Merciless the Doomsday one?
I can't honestly remember.
Batman the next one.
I can honestly tell you right now. While I look this up, wrap us up.
But yeah, so like, comment, subscribe, and if you want to talk to us directly, you can join our Discord, which will be in the description. And we look forward to talking to you guys.
Press the notification bell because
yeah, push the bell because
yes, that is the Merciless.
YouTube hates us. It is the Merciless.
The Devastator is the Superman one.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, sounds good.
And after that, we get an actual issue of Dark Knight's Metal.
Yay! And then we're back to tie-ins.
And then we're back to tie-ins. Just for a few. Well, that's a lie. Those are all tie-ins, actually.
Yeah, because we've got...
So, 4 tie-ins. But these ones are actual plot. So, even though they're tie-ins.
Really? There's only that many issues? That's the end?
I mean, there's only 6 actual issues of Dark Knight's Metal.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah.
There's just, 15
There's also, like,
ones.
9 other tie-ins I'm not going to tell you. Because I didn't read them. I know what happens in them, but I'm not going to tell you because it doesn't matter.
Because it doesn't.
If you want to go read them, I'll tell you which ones they are. They're neat, but they're not. I don't have that kind of time. We're never going to cover anything else if I just keep telling you all the story of Dark Knight's Metal.
Yeah, no, we gotta move on.
Alright, well, I've dragged this out long enough. So, bye!